بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Hamad Aqil. On behalf of Ar-Rawad International Schools and on behalf of the English department, I'd like to welcome you all to our new lesson. Today we will be discussing grammar lesson. We will be talking about special nouns and also other agreement problems. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to define what's meant by collective nouns, and generally you should be able to define what's a noun, examples of nouns, and then you need to differentiate between singular collective nouns and plural collective nouns as well. Also, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to find subject, predicate nouns, and verbs in each sentence. Let's get started. But before we start, I'd like to give you like a warm-up about nouns. What's meant by a noun? A noun is a word that names either a person, like boy, place, like school, thing, like desk, idea, like love. Any word that names person, place, things, ideas, or even an animal is considered a noun. We have also different types of nouns. Proper nouns is a noun that names a specific person, like Ahmed, specific place, like Ar-Ruwad schools, a specific thing, or even a specific idea. If the word renames a specific person or place or thing or idea, it's considered proper and it's always capitalized. Common nouns are non-specific names of people or places or animals or things. Concrete nouns are nouns that can be perceived by one or more of the senses. It can be seen, touched, heard, felt, or smelled, like bag, sand, photograph, or anything like this. It will be abstract because abstract nouns are like ideas, feelings, qualities, characteristics. Collective nouns, and this is the topic of today's lesson, is a word that names a group like faculty, community, team, school. So these words refer to a group of people or group of animal or group of things or group of items. Here are examples of collective noun. A group of people, a crowd of people. Difference is that a group of people is a small group. Crowd of people is a large group. A gang of football fans. Well, this word has a negative connotation. A flock of sheep on the left. A flock is a group. Sheep, a group of birds. A herd of goats and a herd of cows. A pack of wolves. A pack of dogs. A shoal of fish. A swarm of bees. A group of doctors are called a team, and the group of reporters are called a team as well. The crew. A crew is a group of people who work on a ship or on a plane. A row of cottages. A clump of trees. A range of hills. A small group of islands. A pile of papers and a pile of clothes. A pile of dishes. A pile of toys. A bunch of flowers and a bunch of bananas. A stack of chairs and a stack of tables. Stack of boxes. Stack of logs. Set of tools. Set of pots, and so on. And this will take us directly to the lesson of today, special nouns. If you open your book to page 257, lesson 10.4, collective nouns. Collective nouns refer to a group of people or things. If you think of the collective noun as a single unit, the noun takes a single verb, and the opposite. For example, examples of collective nouns are like these ones. Audience, the group of people who are watching a play or a movie or an activity is considered audience. And the audience can be singular and can be plural, depending on how do they act. Do they act individually or do they act as one person? Class, club, committee, crowd, faculty, family, flock, group, herd, jury, team. All of these are considered collective nouns. Sometimes the collective nouns are considered singular, like these ones, even if they end with an S. And most of the students, they consider a word or a noun that ends with an S is plural. But these collective nouns are always considered singular. Gymnastics, mathematics. For example, mathematics is a hard subject. Is a hard subject. You can't say mathematics are. It is. Measles, mumps, news, physics. All of these collective nouns are singular, regardless of the S that comes at the end of each collective noun. On contrary, these collective nouns are considered plural. Binoculars, eyeglasses, pants, pliers, scissors, slacks. These are considered plural because they don't act, every one of them consists of two parts. And none of these parts can act on its own. They have to work together, like pliers, scissors, slacks, and so on. So that's why they are considered plural collective nouns. So let's continue. In this example here, the jury decides guilt or innocence. The subject here is jury, and jury is a group of people who work in a court. They act as one person because they take one decision. That's why it takes a singular verb. If you don't remember, a singular verb has an S. Plays, he plays, she plays, I play. Use a singular verb because jury refers to a single unit. If you think of the collective noun as individual members, the noun takes a plural verb. Like the same noun here, the same collective noun here, the jury are trying their best to listen. Why did I use a plural verb here, are? Because jury here is not acting as a single unit. How did I know this? There is a hint here. The word there refers to a group. So that means the subject here functioned as individuals. We use a plural verb because jury refers to individual members in the group. Certain nouns that end in S act as a singular subject, like here. They end in S and they are still singular and take singular verbs. However, some nouns that end in S name singular subjects and take plural verbs, like here as well. So pay special attention to these two groups. For more details about this, let's read the examples. The news spreads. The news is singular, spreads is singular, quickly around the courtroom. It's singular because news here falls into this list, which is always singular. Judge Lane's eyeglasses are in her coat. Eyeglasses consists of two parts. You can never wear one of them or half of it and leave the other. That's why it always acts as plural. And the same case applies to these collective nouns. Now, let's continue. Even if it ends in S, the title of a creative work, such as a book, a name of a book, or a name of a movie, or a name of a song, or a painting, even if the name of that book ends with an S, like here, Great Expectations is a name of a book. It has an S, but it doesn't refer to a plural, to more than one book. It refers only to one book. That's why it takes a singular verb, like here. Great Expectations was written by Charles Dickens. No Regrets has a nice melody. No Regrets is a song. It's only one song, so it takes a singular verb. Cedar Rapids is. That's one city, so it's still singular. Let's go to the next page and start answering these questions. Exercise number 2, choosing correct verbs. Underline the subject of each sentence and the verb and also the verb in the parentheses that agrees with it. Number 1. Little Women was or were. Where is plural, was is singular. Written by Louisa May Alcott. Little Women is a name of a book, so it's singular. The different statistics come or comes from two sources here. Here we have a hint. The word two sources refers to plural. So probably the word statistics, which is the subject here and its collective noun, is considered plural. Mathematics is always singular. Number 4. The pants, it's a subject. And if you go back to the previous page, the pants is always plural. The pants with black strips have to be packed. Number 5. Is or are the Philippines located in the Pacific Ocean? Here we're talking about the Philippines, which is a country. Philippines is always singular because it refers to one country. Next one. News about the economy, worry or worries. The subject here, of course, is the word news. And news is always singular. The group of tourists has or have finished buying souvenirs. The subject here is group. The word of tourists is a prepositional phrase, so if you ignore it, you still have the word group. And the group can be singular and can be plural. The rest of the sentence will decide. The group of tourists finished buying souvenirs for themselves. The word themselves here refers or gives us a hint that the subject here is plural, so it's have. Next sentence, politics is or are one subject, the word. So politics here is a subject, and the word one is a hint to being singular. So politics is. The binoculars belong or belongs or belong to, in the black case. Binoculars is a device that consists of two parts, so it's plural. Belong. The last question, Star Wars has or have won many film awards. Star Wars is a name of, probably this is a film, yeah, it's a film. Star Wars is the subject, and it refers to a singular film. Here is binoculars is a subject as well. I want you to check your answers and give yourself a mark out of 10. I wish you have understood the lesson. If you have any questions, please post them in the discussion forum. Stay safe. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.